Do you think, boy? Yeah. All the homies that I ain't talked to in a while, I'ma send this one out for y'all. Know what I mean? Cause I ain't mad at you. Heard y'all tearing up shit out there, kicking up.
All right, DB, hit it.
Welcome to another fabulous Manhood Academy debate. We have Josh with us, who's going to be debating Professor. Josh, you've requested to not have a moderator for the debate, so I'll oblige you there. But I don't know if you've heard our other debates, but we just record the audio portion of this debate. We do not record the video. The only thing that will be edited for this debate is the voices. That's it. Do you consent to be recorded for this debate?
Yes, I do. Go ahead.
All right, Josh, you have the floor. Tell us your contentions.
Yeah, actually, is it really necessary to alter the voice like you guys do?
Yes.
What for?
We like our critics to be butthurt. We also like our students to. We like to extend them anonymity to our students, and we also have a debate over anonymity, which we cover the reasons why. It's very educational, and everybody should listen to that debate. That covers the reasons why, because feminists are cowards, and we cover all the reasons for what we do. We're very explicit with what we do around here and why we do it. So I encourage you to listen to that debate.
Yeah, I would say at first when I first heard the challenge, I should say, that was posted on YouTube, I was like,
which challenge are you referring to?
What's going on here? What was that?
Which challenge are you referring to?
MGTOW cowards, step up or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, we just recently made a video, yes, addressing all the MGTOW cowards. Yes, correct.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, what the fuck is this? At first I was like, offended, but after a while, I was like, okay, I see the theatrics. I mean, how else you gonna catch attention if you don't come at them hard? You know what I mean? So
okay, I don't know where the theatrics come from. I mean, I'm speaking what I'm really thinking. I'm not trying to be theatrical, so I don't know necessarily what you mean by the theatrical part. I mean, it may have been, people are so politically correct. They're such scared, timid little faggots in this age. Even if they hear the word faggot, they immediately think homophobic. When guys call each other faggots all the time in the locker room playing sports, they're not talking about their real sexual orientation, where they actually believe they're a faggot or not. They're talking about what guys in academia talk about when they're talking about emasculated males or males who have lost their function as males. They don't behave according to their masculine identity. So when we say faggot, I mean, even people, who are in the ghetto understand the term is that this guy is not acting as a man should act. And this is where we get into the problem where we're saying, well, what is it? How should a man act? How should a man act? And that's really a huge contention. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, what I was going by is that it kind of reminded me of Muhammad Ali when he would provoke his opponent, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean by the theatrics, you know what I'm saying? It's like, step right up, prove yourself what you got to offer.
Here's the thing. I'm not into theatrics. I'm not here to make a circus out of the academy. I'm not here to make a circus out of what we teach. The only reason it sounds theatrical is, again, because people aren't used to people speaking candidly. They're used to people covering their asses, being very politically correct, speaking in a so-called scholarly tone, where I talk to you like this, and we have differences, and we need to resolve these differences in such an amicable way so that both parties are mutually agreed upon some outcome. It's just fucking faggot bullshit. People don't think that way, and they don't feel that way, so why do they talk that way? It's fucking nauseating. So when I speak, and you call it theatrics, I call it reality. I call it telling the truth about what is going on, the condition of men today, the condition of these groups out there. I'm not saying this, I'm not theatrically calling MGTOWs faggot cowards. I seriously mean that they are emasculated. They're raised in a single mommy culture by single mommies, by domineering women, and they behave like faggots, which is just a slang term. I'm not referring to homosexual males, and people are always accusing us, oh, you're homophobes because we use a certain word. Are they going to accuse us of being some type of cannibal if we say, I'm hungry enough to eat a horse? They're taking something that's hyperbolic sentiment, and extending the sentiment to mean something that it doesn't, because they don't care about the context. They're faggot lawyers. They're legalistic. They don't care about the principle or the spirit of the law. They care about the letter of the law. They care about semantics. Again, just like faggots, they care about semantics. They don't care about the point. They don't care about the purpose. All they're interested in is getting you on a technicality. So they're not interested in telling the truth. That's why they harp on, look at the faggot MGTOWs. Listen, I'll let you respond in a second. I just want to make my point. Listen to these faggot MGTOWs, how they responded to our initial video. Their main attack is, you guys sound like chipmunks. You guys are chipmunks, therefore you're 12-year-old boys. I mean, any guy with a fucking brain already knows we distort the audio. I mean, we even tell people in our videos when we do that. But these faggot cowards are so dumb and so effeminate in their behavior, they harp on these little semantical things, these little idiosyncratic things, these little tiny little non-essential things. I mean, how important to the substance of the message is the sound of my voice? As if that determines whether I'm a man or not. And the fact that these faggot cowards care so much about the sound of a guy's voice, that tells me all I need to know about their own masculinity or a lack of it. So when I'm saying these MGTOWs are faggot cowards, I seriously and actually mean they are faggot cowards. They are too cowardly to have this discussion face to face over webcam. It's not like I'm going to fist fight you. We're just talking about words, about what we believe in and why we believe it, and we're supposed to demonstrate that, and we're supposed to justify it. Just like I'm talking to you, you have beliefs, you may not agree with us in some areas, may agree with us in other areas, but you're going to try and defend those beliefs right now in this debate. We should be able, as men, to have this discussion. The fact that MGTOWs are faggot cowards and can't even come here. They're gonna type to us behind their keyboards. They can't even talk to us like men. It's an embarrassment to men everywhere, and it just further solidifies the point I originally made, that MGTOWs are faggot cowards, just as I can make the broad statement that most men today are faggot cowards. Most men today can't stand up to women. Most men today have to send you a text message to disagree with you. Most men today have to, throw you a written note on an airplane because they don't want confrontation. They can't tell you when they have a disagreement with you. So, they have to put on airs of political correctness and be diplomatic and not want to hurt people's feelings. They can't tell you the truth, and it's a fucking embarrassment to men today. That's why that video was made, and that's why those faggot coward MGTOWs responded the way they did. And if you identify as a MGTOW, sorry, I gotta tell it like it is, because there are too many men who are being led by that MGTOW movement, the men going their own way movement. Now, go ahead, speak to me.
All right. Well, yeah, I find a lot of the MGTOW ideology to bring a lot of truth. It speaks truth in a lot of subject matters. Now, there's
I agree. Look, I agree with you that the MGTOWs, they do make points that are true. Yeah, like they talk about divorce, divorce courts, guys getting screwed over in divorce courts, guys getting screwed over in the legal system, guys having to worry about false rape accusations, women being entitled to things that men don't get, services that men don't get. So they have valid complaints. They have valid grievances. I'm not talking about their grievances. I'm talking about the way they go about handling the grievances. Because if you go to the MGTOW boards, the big consensus by and large is run away from women. Don't deal with women. Run away from relationships. Just don't do it. It's not worth the hassle. That is a cowardly solution because they don't even realize that they're not examining their own behavior and how it perpetuates the problem. And we deal with that every day at this academy. Like, why those guys have to worry about the false rape accusations, why those guys even have to worry about getting divorced, why those guys have to worry about women getting entitlements. So all those issues, we deal with that.
Okay, all right. Just want to jump in now. Listen to the debate that you had with the dude yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what his name is.
That was Psychological Cynic, I believe it was.
All right. You know what I mean? I felt like I disagreed with the points that he pointed out, but I could respect it in a sense, even though I feel that there's more clarification that need to be made.
Yeah, I heard that comment from other MGTOWs. They were saying that guy doesn't represent us, or there's other areas of MGTOW and blah blah blah. So let's hear it. Let's hear another side.
That's one part, I guess. You know what I mean? The voluntary celibate, and I'm not 100% sure because I never.
Okay, wait. Stop. Explain that, because I don't think a lot of people understand that what you just said. Voluntary celibate, because I've heard that term. Throwing the MGTOWs, it's incel or something.
Yeah. Well, it appears that since chasing after females at this point in time it involves a lot of risks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Legal risk, right?
Many have concluded that it's better to be celibate than to engage in the game of the courtship.
Right. They just instead of dealing with the bullshit, dealing with a chance of a false rape accusation or dealing with domestic violence or any of those issues, they'd rather just say don't deal with women. Period.
Exactly. So they pretty much shut themselves off. Now, there is another level to there's another side of the story when it comes to that. And I believe that when it comes to the whole concept of game that's all over the manosphere, it goes way back. I mean, this whole game pretty much, I think the modern concept of game that we know of today pretty much started in the black community when it comes to the...
I dispute that too. You know, when people think of game, the term game, it's just like, basically they want to fuck bitches. They want to fuck chicks. And when people think of game today, they associate that with the pickup artist community, mystery, style, the seduction community.
No, not me. No, in fact, I'm
just saying the people in general. When they hear the term game, they associate it with pickup artists because that's so much over the internet and in popular media culture. You hear about pickup artist groups, pickup artist seminars, that type of shit. So it's all wrapped together. So when people hear the term game, they think immediately pickup artist. But game is just shorthand for guys dating girls. It's just shorthand for saying, I want to fuck that chick over there. I need to get into her pants. That's been going on since the dawn of time. It's not a black or white thing. It's a guy thing.
All right, let me define game from what I've learned.
Okay.
And the thing is, I want to point out I'm 31 years old, so what I was introduced to as far as game goes, I was introduced to the whole rise of the pickup artist before the rise of the pickup artist community. In fact, I didn't even have a computer in my house when I was introduced to that. In my neighborhood, in my school, growing up, and engaging with the individuals that I engage with.
Right.
And what I feel is that the pickup artist community, in a way, perverted, bastardized the whole concept of what game is.
Oh, they definitely did. Yeah, because it's a bunch of nerds behind their keyboards theorizing about how to pick up women.
Yeah, and me, game is wisdom. Basically wisdom. Wisdom you learn through experience. That's basically it. That's game. Game is engaging in the game of life. You know what I mean? Game is everywhere.
Now, so you're not talking about picking up women game. What? You're just talking about a general term.
But the same, that applies to everything. You know what I'm saying? As long as you could communicate yourself effectively, master the art of communication, then you are able to engage in this world that we live in.
So you're kind of using game as kind of like this metaphor for life. This whole, like, I'm gaming you right now, or I have game. I mean, that doesn't, because people
it's not checkers.
People use game loosely. Like when I hear a game thrown around, I immediately think of some guy is using his game, his Casanova type game, to get a woman interested in him. He's trying to spit game at her. Not he's on his game like somebody, a celebrity will say he's on his A game today, meaning he's doing things well for himself in a general sense, not romantically.
Yeah, well, would you agree that in this point in time, like, being aggressive in any matter is looked down upon, right?
Aggressive.
In overall society.
Okay, again, let's be careful here because so many people throw around so many words that don't have a lot of definite meaning, so they're very demonized. Like, for example, authority. The term authority is thrown around and it's always demonized, but yet we couldn't even live in a society without authority. So you need authority to govern a relationship. I don't know necessarily why people term it aggressive. It's like saying, if a parent takes charge of a child, are they considered aggressive or are they considered to be an authority? Now, you could be aggressive by grabbing a guy and shaking him or trying to fight a guy. That, to me, is aggressive when I use the term aggressive. But I don't look at a guy who's interested in a woman, going up to a woman and talking to her and stating that he's interested in her and wants to get into a relationship with her or get to know her or whatever. I don't consider that aggressive. I consider that practical.
Okay. All right. What I wanted to say, do you agree that there's a political game? There's a law. A lawyer is going to engage in a certain type of game that's different from the discipline that a politician will engage in, or a businessman. What was that? I heard something. What was that?
I don't know. Go ahead.
I don't know.
So you're saying there's two types of... Well, I'm confused.
No, I'm not saying there's two types of game. This game applies everywhere, and game is just how effective you can engage a situation. You know what I'm saying? And that is built through experience and does make you wiser. For example, I'm gonna
Let's just call it truth then. Why are we calling it game? We already have a word called truth. You're telling something that's true, or you're teaching something.
Truth and knowledge, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, you're teaching me something.
It's used we use analogies and allegorical terms for everything. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
like a chess game. We'll say life's chess, and we're playing a chess game.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And right now, I could have chosen to turn away from this little discussion, a debate, or whatever it is that you want to call it. However, I feel that in a way that wouldn't elevate my experience, my level of game. I wouldn't become a better individual. I don't shy away from I don't want to shy away from a challenge. In fact, I feel that it's an opportunity to be able to prove your worth. You know
I believe so too, and I believe any man worth his salt is going to test stuff that he believes in, is going to test these theories out, is going to test what he's living by, is going to test what he's teaching to other people. Otherwise, he is potentially fucking them over and potentially fucking himself over, not even realizing it. He could be endangering his own life, lowering the quality of his own life, and also the people around him. Like these cowards in the MGTOW. They're teaching people things about women, about relationships, when they have no fucking experience and no business doing that. Or they have very poor experiences because they have no skill in building a relationship like we do, like we teach. We know what we're doing. That's what we're qualified to teach it, whereas they don't. All they're telling you about is, I failed with women, therefore you will fail with women. Their message is, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, therefore nobody knows what they're doing. It's all wrong. That's a bullshit message to give somebody. That fails to identify the real problem. Their poor relationship skills.
I don't think you really research fully what it is that they discuss in their various videos where they break down their analysis.
Look, I know if a guy is too fucking timid to have a conversation with me over a fucking webcam, that guy has no quote game.
Exactly. I want to know who are you?
All these faggots who are making comments on our videos, we're calling them out. We're saying, "Oh, you want to disagree? Come talk to us. Come debate us. You want to disagree? Come talk to us. Come debate." We invited countless faggots, and they all fucking refused. They tried to turn it around on us.
But yeah, I'm saying I identify with MGTOW rhetoric.
Yeah, but look at these guys. These guys are cowards. They turn it around on us. The majority of guys, 99% of the guys who made comments on our video said, you are calling us out behind your keyboard. They're trying to turn it around on us like we're hiding, and we're telling them, come to a live debate with us where we see you face to face, where you can't just hide behind your keyboard and censor the responses. MGTOWs are such faggot cowards. All they do is, look at, you can tell from the comments. The comments say, I only listened to 5 minutes of the video. I only listened to 2 minutes and now I know everything. What kind of faggot coward makes a decision to do some course of action after not even hearing all the evidence, not even hearing the full side of the story? That's a fucking woman. A woman reacts that way. She sees the surface and then she goes in a tizzy. That's the MGTOWs. Oh, they're bragging about how stupid and emotional they are. They're bragging that I can only listen to this guy for 10 seconds and I had to shut it off. All the downvotes on the video happened like that before they even heard they just read the title. That's it. They listened to 2 seconds and then they fucking downvoted, which means they don't like men. They don't care about telling the truth. They don't care about helping men out. They care about censoring dissenting views that they don't agree with, just like women. That's why we call them faggots. That's why they have problems with women. It's all indicative of their condition as emasculated males. It's how they communicate. An emasculated male is too timid to say to your face, I disagree with you and here's why. Instead, they gotta type it behind their keyboard because they're worried about being accountable for their words. They're worried about being called out. They're worried about looking stupid. They're worried about looking goofy. They're worried about fucking up in front of other people. Yet, behind their keyboards, they can teach people bullshit and not have to be held accountable for it. Just like little kids. Just like scared little bitches running away. You have balls. I immediately would separate you from the MGTOWs because you even fucking showed up. I don't care if you're crazy or delusional or wrong. You at least had the balls to show up.
But when you were saying like they're all cowards and this or that, I wanted to ask you, I was like, am I here as a representative of this?
Yes, you are. If you're calling yourself a MGTOW, you are.
All right, very well. Then I guess you
look at how can look at here's another
as you're trying to say.
I have a complaint about your group because just about what you just said right now. You said, "Am I here representing MGTOW?" Well, a lot of these MGTOWs are saying to us as an argument, "Hey, no MGTOW speaks for everybody. MGTOWs can believe whatever they want and do whatever they want." Why call yourself a fucking MGTOW then? If all your beliefs don't match up and everybody has different beliefs, why even bother calling yourself a MGTOW?
All right, let me give you an example. When it comes to Christianity, there are many sects. There's different types of Christianity. Right. There's the Protestant, there's the, what the fuck else?
Catholics, Lutherans, Mormons. Notice they all have different distinct names.
Whatever the fuck
right,
else is
Jehovah's Witnesses.
But they all under that umbrella, is that right?
But listen, don't they all have different names to distinguish their beliefs and practices and what they do? Jehovah's Witnesses are different than Mormons. Mormons are different than Catholics. Catholics are different than Protestants. Don't they have that distinct name because it identifies some distinct teaching, some distinct behavior that's different than another?
Well, in the MGTOW community, they do come up with a term with an individual like myself. You heard the red pill, blue pill, and all this stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so somewhere down the line in forum, or I think one of the individuals who post up the videos, they've stated that the individual who's aware of MGTOW philosophy or just, an understanding of the red pill, which is, the truth about the society that we live in, they said this individual will be I believe it's a purple pillar. If I remember correctly, I really don't care about the label, but I understand that there needs to be labels for every individual in order to be able to identify these various different types of.
I mean, look, if they're going to be that broad and say, MGTOWs are it's like saying, instead of saying we're Christians, you know, for example, MGTOWs would be the Christian group, and then everything falls under that, Protestants, Catholics, whatever. If they're going to even go even broader and say, well, MGTOW would be like analogous to just religion in general, like that Islam falls under there, Hindus, Wiccans, everything of that nature, even karma. Okay, so that would be a very general umbrella. But even then, in that general umbrella of religion, there are atheists who oppose religion, so they have a distinction. So when you're adopting a name, a distinction, it's important to know what you believe or why you're even calling yourself that. Otherwise, the name is fucking meaningless. You could call yourself the Apples. What would be the difference?
Well, I would like to go into my background so you can kind of understand where I find where it relates to an individual like myself. Now, I'm not sure. Was the cat that you talked to yesterday? Was he ever in a relationship? Any relationship at all?
I believe he said his relationships failed.
But did he ever manage to build one and have a sexual relationship with any female?
I don't remember. I think he said he did.
He did. And how long did they last? How long did he maintain that relationship? If you remember.
I don't remember. I really don't remember because we had a dizzying number of debates recently, and I'm all mixed in my head. I'm just.
Were you able to get the age of this individual?
No, we don't try to identify them.
All right. Well, like I said, I'm 31, raised out in New York, and I was indeed raised by a single mother, which is something that's pointed out as a big problem ever since the rise of radical feminism. And I have felt a lot of issues that I experienced myself that's relatable to a lot of other men who have grown up in a single mother household, where you could almost say that it's like an epidemic, something toxic.
Right, I grew up in a single mother household too. I know exactly what you're talking about.
All right. Now in this situation, I had two, I guess, the best of both worlds when it comes to a man and the female, feminine perspective of how you engage this world. Now, my mother, she married my dad, but my dad already was the type of individual.
Can we get to look? Let's keep this relevant to the debate. I want to know I want to get to your contentions. If your background is relevant to this, fine. But I want to get to the contentions. What is the problem you have with our academy? Why do you want to debate us?
In fact, I looked at your mashups that you had, and I thought that was quite good. Now, I did the whole chipmunk sounding stuff. I found that to be somewhat corny. I didn't quite understand it. You said you have a reasoning behind it.
Yeah, there's a couple things. One of them, the major one, is anonymity. The other thing is, I actually like it now because it causes so much butthurt to our critics. They have to take advice from children who they believe are children, who 12-year-old acne-ridden children. So I love that our critics get so butthurt that they have to hear the voice of a child teaching them how to behave like men. So I particularly enjoy that aspect, that they're so cowardly. They'll make these accusations against us behind their keyboards, but they don't have the balls of a man to face us, or face a 12-year-old child.
All right.
With acne. A 12-year-old child with acne.
Okay, I hear. To make a long story short, as far as the way I feel that my mom did indeed attempt to emasculate me in a sense because she wanted me.
Are you here to join the academy? Are you here to join the academy, or are you here to debate the academy?
I'm here to point out what I feel is a misunderstanding that you're having with the whole MGTOW philosophy.
Okay, let's go to the misunderstanding. Go to it.
All right, so me, I'm not a voluntary celibate. I'm not a virgin like Elliot Roger, who they call an incel, or true forced loneliness, none of that. I in fact had I got two baby mothers. I have a daughter who's 12 years old. I have a son who's 7. My daughter, I pulled the girl from high school. She got pregnant while we was in high school. I was 19, she was 17. And then later on in the future, deaded the relationship for various reasons. Because, well, sometimes you just gotta dead it, instead of chasing after the female. And
what does this have to do with the contention?
Anything of value to the relationship.
Okay,
and that's the main key. If she's not contributing anything of value to the relationship, what's the point of keeping dead weight around? Now, that doesn't mean that I don't, interact with my daughter. However, I was put through the system. You know what I mean? The child support system and all that nonsense.
Right.
And I had to fight. Now, I didn't run, and I was prepared. And one thing that I do applaud my mother for doing is that she taught me to not be trustworthy of this female. Now, I was given a cash for a period of time, but she said you better have receipts in order to cover your back.
Okay, so you're having problems with the court system which is causing you to distrust females in general.
No, it ain't just female. I think state-sanctioned emasculation is much bigger.
Well, I agree with you there. It's state-sanctioned emasculation. Agree. The legal system is churning out these emasculated males because of the legal precedents that are being set. But the problem we're contending with that MGTOWs don't understand is that the problem starts right at the relationship, at the start of the relationship, not when you have the kid and then you get to the courts. That's what MGTOWs don't understand.
I live in New York, and I would say that New York basically is a welfare state overall. Now, they make it real easy for the female to live off the system, and that was the goal that the daughter, the mother of my daughter wanted. That's what she wanted. She wanted to live off the system.
Yeah, but the problem didn't start. She met you. She didn't want to live off the system right when she met you.
She had a kid. She had the opportunity.
She had the opportunity? So wait, she had a kid. You're saying she had a kid.
You're gonna sign up for Section 8 and for food stamps and all that stuff. It's granted a whole lot easier.
So you're saying she had a kid, she saw you as a sucker, as a mark, and she took you down. That's what you're saying.
No, not necessarily. No. If for 3 years it went perfectly fine. However, once the child came,
that's where our contention starts.
And I'm not gonna lie.
That's where our contention starts. We contend it started right at the beginning of that 3 years, not at the end of that 3 years.
No. Let me tell you something. Throughout the relationship, I did my thing, and I wasn't monogamous in any way. You know what I'm saying? I had various females. If a female wanted to get with me, I would get with her. You know what I'm saying? I would sleep with her, and I wouldn't hide that fact. Now, there was a point where jealousy came into the picture, and the girl became vindictive. So,
Okay, so you had. Let's get the story straight. Let's get the story straight. You got with a girl and had a baby with her, or she had a baby already?
No. She had the first child she had was with me.
Okay, so she had a kid with you, but you don't want to be with her because you're fucking other chicks.
Yeah, I could care less. However...
Right, okay, so you created a problem for yourself, and now you have to deal with it in the court system. The court system's treating you unfairly. But I would contend...
However, I actually managed to beat that. Like I said, I was applauding my mother for preparing me for how I needed to dress myself in the court system in order to be able to beat the girl out when she attempted to get at me.
Okay, but the problem is, you're having a baby with a girl you don't even want to be with.
I'm not with her.
Yeah, but you didn't want to be with her. You had a kid with her, and you didn't want to be with her. You're fucking other chicks.
My daughter is 12 years old, and during that time period, because she also...
You either wanted to be with her...
Another man. Hold on. She got with another man, had a baby 5 years later. Then 5 years later, after that, she got with another baby. I'm a baby father. She got another baby
father. The problem is,
so
either you can control her, or you can't control her. Which is it?
She got 3 baby fathers.
Why are you having...
What I see here is early retirement. The opportunity for
this is exactly what we're talking about. You MGTOWs are so blind to the problem. You're telling us this is a problem of women. This is a problem of your fucking choices. You're getting with a girl with 3 baby mamas?
No, what are you talking about? I met her when she was in her teens, in high school. She didn't have a baby when she was 17.
So she had a baby with you, and now she cheated on you with other guys? Who's cheating first?
No, I wasn't with her. In fact, I ventured out and got another girl. That's where this girl got pregnant. Now,
so once again, you're getting girls pregnant that you don't want to be with.
Want to be with at the time. However,
at the time? That's like saying, I want to be, I'm horny tonight. That's like saying, I'm horny tonight. Come on, that's bullshit.
If a girl is in love with you one day, it's not guaranteed that
that's bullshit. Here's the story. Look, if I'm horny, then I want to get with a girl tonight. I can buy a hooker, okay? That means I want to be with her for tonight, but not the whole rest of my life. Whereas we haven't even established yet. Were you in love with this girl and you want to be with her for the rest of your life, or she was just a piece of ass to just have on the side?
No. There was infatuation. A lot of infatuation. That was the first girl I got. So, of course...
Were you in love with this chick or not?
Yeah, in love, but I don't believe in love, actually, tell you the honest
truth. So you weren't in love with this chick?
Motherfucking facade.
So you weren't in love with this chick?
Yeah, I had deep feelings because that was my first
girl.
So
you were in love... Yes or no? Are you in love with her, or were you not in love with her?
No, man. That's something that we ain't been together for 10 years.
I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about your intention. When you're with this girl, you met this girl, were you in love with her? You want to be with this girl with the rest of your life? Or you're just like, look, this is a nice chick with a nice ass. I want to tap it, but I want to also leave my options open. Which is it?
Well, I want to break down something here where this comes in, because there is a foolish, there is something foolish that wasn't aware of the time. In fact,
can I get a straight answer? I want a straight fucking answer.
With experience, the hard way.
Come on, man. No, fuck that. Give me a straight answer. Did you love this girl and you want to be with this girl, or you wanted to fuck her and have her on the side while you had other chicks? Which is it?
When I met the girl and we started dating, it was at the age of 17. Of course, I was infatuated with her at the time. She was my first girl. We were.
So you're in love with her,
however,
and you.
There is a reality of life. Life is not guaranteed. She could love me one day.
Come on, man. We haven't even stopped yet. You're so scared. You don't even want to cover this. You're already skipping to the future. We haven't even covered this. This is the exact problem we're telling you with the MGTOWs. I'm trying to tell you, you're a coward and not confronting the real problem, which is you. And I'm identifying it right now. I'm saying, look, first we got to establish what the problem is. We got to identify the problem. You don't want to do that. It's either you're in love with her and you didn't know how to control her, or you didn't want to be with her, you just wanted her on the side, and you wanted to fuck other chicks at the same time, and you just happened to get her pregnant, so you fucked yourself over. Is it a case of you fucking yourself over, or you were in love with her and you couldn't control her? Which was it?
What are you talking about?
You're with her. If you love this chick, if you love this chick, you wanted her to love you back, and you couldn't get her to love you back.
She did, obviously, if she wanted to have my baby.
So is that so then why then is she sleeping with other dudes?
That was after the child. Now, she felt that she had to.
She didn't love you anymore? So after she had the child.
You know, the whole, I got bored and tired.
So you didn't love her at the start? I mean, which is it?
I want the variety.
Listen. Did you want variety? Look, I'm trying to cut through the bullshit. Look did you want variety because she was a bitch and you couldn't stand her after a while? Or did you want variety because you didn't really love her in the first place? Which is it?
You get bored after a while. People fall in love.
So you didn't like her. You thought she had a cute face, a nice ass, and you were like, it's nice pussy. It's not bad. You weren't in love with her then.
Yeah, no, and at first it was for the sex, strictly the sex. But after
well, then what are you fucking telling me you're in love with her? You can't even give me a straight fucking answer. You weren't in love with her. This was a chick you're into. Come on, man.
Let me tell you something.
This is a chick you were just into. You're fucking talking to a player. Who the fuck are you trying to kid? You were into this chick and you loved her and you wanted to be with her for the rest of your life, or you're like, look, this is a nice piece of ass. It's nice to have, but I also want other pieces of ass. I want access to that. Don't fucking try to con me. You need to fucking tell me the truth. Did you just get with this chick because you wanted a piece of ass, or did you really fucking love her? It doesn't sound like you loved her at all. Sounds like you were like...
Did I not tell you it's a 3-year relationship?
That's not the question. You're not even fucking able to answer the question.
I met her at the age of 17.
You're not even fucking answering my question. That shows me how deceptive you are, and you don't even want to face the real problem.
Clarify the question.
I am fucking clarifying the question. There's no other way I can clarify it. You just gotta fucking answer it. Did you fall in love with this chick and want to be with this chick, and she broke your heart, and she was a bitch, and you're like, fuck this bitch, and now I'm gonna cheat on her? Or you were like, this is a cute looking chick. I'm fucking her, great, but I'm still keeping my options open.
I don't believe in the concept of love. That shit is a facade to me, always was.
So you weren't fucking into this chick. That's my point. You weren't into this chick. Stop fucking telling me you love this chick.
You want me to say that because I think you're trying to set me up for something.
Look, I don't want you to say it. All I'm doing is just talking about your fucking behavior. Your fucking behavior spells it out for me. You're with a chick. You fuck her, get her pregnant. You're like, I'm done with her. You don't like her. Why are you trying to fucking con me? Why are you trying to con me? You just told me you don't believe in love. Why are you trying to con me into, I really loved her and I wanted to be with her. I just wanted to fuck her, have a kid, and then move on. That was your plan?
And at the age of 17, I developed feelings. Perhaps you could think it's
since you're so full of shit, let me ask you another way then. While you were with this chick, you met her at 17, right? You met her at 17 or whatever, when she was 17. When you were dating her, did you call other chicks? Did you try to game other chicks? Did you try to talk to other chicks at the same time? Or do you strictly with her before the kid?
But you know,
Wait, what? What? I didn't hear the answer. I didn't even hear the answer. I didn't even hear the fucking answer. What was the answer?
Well, repeat the question. What
fuck. Come on, man. Stop fucking trying to con me. Look, when you met this chick, were you fucking looking at other chicks? Were you calling other chicks? Were you talking to other chicks? Were you flirting with other chicks during the whole time before the baby?
I was putting my bid in for whichever chick was down.
Okay. So, there you go. You just told me the truth finally. You weren't fucking into this chick at all. You didn't love this chick. She was just a piece of ass. Why are you trying to play it off like you love this chick? It's bullshit. It was convenient. It was convenient pussy. Come on.
All right. Now let me break something else.
What do you mean, all right? It took you that long to fucking admit the truth?
I break down my background too. Now, my father and my uncles, they all got more than one baby mother, and that is passed on to...
Where is the debate? You're just rambling. I want to get to the debate.
It becomes the norm. It becomes a cycle. You know what I mean? But
I don't know what you mean. I'm trying to...
However, the MGTOW philosophy did break something down, and it breaks down that there is a worship of sex, in a way. That sex ends up being the main priority for a male, and that's nonsense. It shouldn't
Wait a second. That's like saying... No. Sex is a necessity.
Self-improvement should be his main
No. Listen.
Not sexual gratification.
That's like saying...
why is this Indian dude with the picture stomping his fist like that? Like, what are you getting upset about?
Yeah, stop fucking stomping.
Sorry, that was me. I was getting frustrated. I'll stop.
All right, fucking knock that shit off.
No, join in.
No. That's disrespectful. It's you and me. We're talking.
No, tell me what's the frustration.
No. He'll answer at the end. He'll give a reaction to the debate at the end. He doesn't need to interrupt right now. Just fucking compose yourself and don't distract him while we're debating.
Okay. So now, I got 2 kids and I support them.
Listen, I want to get to the contention.
And I spend time with them. And when needed, I visit my son. I visit my daughter. I don't engage.
You're fucking telling us all these frivolous details.
Moved on. You know why? Because life is so much better, so much easier. There's freedom, and not dragging these females.
You made some claim that MGTOW.
The male
you
from
made
achieving
some
a higher level of understanding,
Listen,
a higher level of game, a higher level of
great.
self-improvement.
You made some claim that the MGTOWs say that men place sex above all else, but that's like saying we place starving people.
Our society in general.
That doesn't include men. Aren't men in society? Are you in society? Do you place sex as a priority?
Society in general paints this picture that men.
I'm not a fucking coward like you. I can tell you, fuck that. Fuck that bullshit. I'm not a coward like you. I can tell you straight up, as a man, sex is very important. Sex is crucial to me. So don't try to bullshit me and tell me it's society. Don't tell me it's society.
Let me tell you something now. Over the course of my 31 years, I've been sexually involved in relationships with
No shit.
Sexually involved with 9 different women. And all this stuff where I had a relationship with them.
No shit.
However, when I feel like it, because if I don't want to engage, go out and try to pull a girl and go through the trouble, you know what I'm saying, of trying to woo a girl over, yeah, I will call an escort. And I've had 14. Now I don't put that.
Look, you're all over the place. This is not tell your life story. This is a debate. You got to fucking focus. Nobody wants to hear your life fucking story. We want to hear what you're disagreeing about. I want to cover one of the things you brought up.
This is it. Can I
want to cover one of the issues you brought up. You said MGTOW say that society, which happens to be made up half of men, elevates sex to this high position. I'm telling you that starving people elevate food to a high position, as they rightly should, because it's a necessity. Sex is a necessity for guys. Guys are obsessed with sex. They're obsessed with porn. They're obsessed with game because they don't know how to get laid in a normal relationship. So they have the last option, which is to take whatever they can get. Just like a starving person, they should be thinking about things other than food. They shouldn't be obsessing about food 24 hours a day, but once you're starving and your belly's growling, that's all you can think about. That's why guys are obsessed with sex. That's why they are obsessed with porn. That's why they are obsessed with masturbation. That's why they are obsessed with fucking, because they don't know how to get their needs met, because the society has emasculated them. It's emasculated you to the point where you don't know how to keep a woman in a relationship or even get the woman you want in a relationship. Just as you admitted, this chick is just a piece of ass, just like I've had booty calls. It's just a chick that's just there. It's convenient. But in your case, you had a kid with your booty call and you stayed with her for 2 years because you didn't know how to get into a relationship with a woman you wanted to be in a relationship with.
All right, can I break down the whole MGTOW philosophy that I subscribe to?
Go ahead.
Break it down and why I find it to be, it speaks a lot of truth. No, what I was trying to say is society tries to put men in the trick bag. I don't know if you know what the term trick is, but
I don't know what the trick bag is.
Tricking is when a man wants to solicit a prostitute. They call them a trick. When a hooker or a female tries to pull money out of you, you fall in the trick bag.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That goes in with the concept of
a sucker.
A sucker, yeah, you might say. Now, I'm going to take a few minutes, and then if you could please not cut me off, can you give me about 5-10 minutes?
No, because you're fucking rambling. I mean, I want you to get to the point. You told us all about the past and all that stuff. I want you to get to the point.
Don't cut me off while I break this one down. In fact, it shouldn't take no more than a minute.
I hope so. Go ahead.
All right. MGTOW, in a sense, is putting your self-interest before the female. You ever heard the term MOB when these rappers be talking about money over bitches?
Yes.
Or, in other words, you could say putting business over pleasure?
Yes.
Okay, making self-improvement, MGTOW basically is about making self-improvement the man's ultimate priority, and most importantly, to have full control of one's
Improving
sexual
for
impulse.
what? Improving
there you go,
for
cut me
what?
off. There you go,
Well, you're the guy who didn't want the moderator.
I agreed not to cut me off. I mean, I couldn't even get a...
I want to answer your assumption so you don't ramble.
Without you cutting me off.
Listen. We did this last time. We had a chick that we debated.
Wait,
Listen. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I cut you off. I'm going to explain why I cut you off. We had a chick do the same thing. She said, look, I want to have my say and then you can have your say. It ended up her giving this long fucking rambling speech and the audience couldn't follow along as I rebutted each and every point. I don't want to do that with you. I don't want to let you talk for 5 minutes and then I got to remember each point I want to rebut.
1 minute. 1 full minute.
I want to rebut your initial opening statement. I'm going to forget it. How am I going to fucking rebut it? Your poor assumption is part of the problem. I want to address that.
All right, and address it after I'm done pointing this
out. I won't fucking remember it because you'll have 1,000 other things.
You You started.
You'll have 1,000 other things that you'll be saying.
Talking about get to the point. Okay, this is the main point that I wanted to make. Just give me at least a minute or two.
You're making an assumption I want to address right now. It's a problem. I want to address it.
Right. When you finish, I don't know, because you just seem to have taken the majority of this debate.
You know why? Because I'm trying to get to the debate. Look at
long-winded dude.
I'm a long-winded dude. You've been fucking rambling about your baby mama. You grew up here. You did this. It's not fucking relevant. Yeah, but I don't fucking care about. The audience doesn't fucking care about. They care about why you're debating us. You're rambling and you're calling me verbose. I don't want to give you 2 minutes because you've been wasting my time. You've been wasting an hour of my time rambling and not getting to the point. I don't want to give you another 2 minutes. I've given you a fucking hour.
I think you're afraid of what I'm about to say.
I'm afraid.
You want to call people cowards, huh?
Go ahead, tell me. I'm gonna be quiet for a minute. I'm not gonna waste a minute longer. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you a full minute. I'm gonna mute my mic. Go. Prove me wrong.
All right. Making self-improvement is the man's ultimate priority, and most importantly, to have full control of one's sexual impulse, thus stripping a woman's source of power over the man. Do you agree, yes or no, that sex is pretty much the weakness that women exploit over men? And you remain quiet. Very well. Okay. Let me continue here. And
I was nodding my head. I was saying yes, I agree. They do try to hold sex on you.
I don't know. I don't see you. Oh, you all the way on
I'm right here.
Side.
I said yes. I agree with you.
Okay, very well, very well. All right. So, believe it or not, that control over your sexual impulse is the main weapon in the subculture known as pimping. The denying of the penis grants the pimp a superior level of game over his fellow man. That is how a pimp separates himself from the tricks. And I wanted to quote an old song that I remember that is relatable to this, from 1993, a group named Too Much Trouble. And they state on one of them, they say, I never spoiled them hoes with my dick, because if I do, I might as well be another trick. So basically, I feel that having self-control over your sexual impulse elevates you to a greater level of game. In fact, you strip the woman's ability to have power over you, because I believe that's the only power they really have over a man. But go ahead.
Okay, look. What is the point of self-improvement? Self-improvement for what?
All right. Isaac Newton, he didn't engage in females in any way whatsoever because he felt that it was a waste of male potential.
For what? For what?
He was searching for something more superior than satisfying his sexual gratification.
Okay, so he's above his sexual gratification. For what? What is the self-improvement for?
Self-improvement is to make yourself a better man.
For what? For who?
You want to become better than who they were? Yeah, let me tell you, the chasing of a female.
Better for what? Better for what? For who? For what?
For yourself. For society as a general.
Better for yourself. For the female you don't care about. What's the point?
Wait a minute, what the fuck is... Yo, you really are some trick shit. You really think that the only thing that matters and counts in this world is the female to get you...
The only thing that matters in this world is relationships.
Have you ever had girls sweat you to the point where it's annoying?
You know why they sweat you? You know why they sweat you? Because you're emasculated. You don't know how to put them in check. You don't know how to put a female in check.
Do you even know what sweat? Yo, do you know sweating is when a girl cannot stand to not be without you, when she's deeply infatuated and in love with you. She's constantly wanting to be around you. She's sweating you. She can't. I use a slang. Maybe it's not something they use in California.
Over my head, yes, sweating you.
Somewhere.
So you're saying she's loving you. I thought you were saying she's annoying you. She can't.
Yeah, she's deeply infatuated with you.
Okay.
It does become annoying at some point, to the point where you want, you know what I mean?
Annoying how? Like, how is she annoying you? I don't understand. She's sweating you, she's into you, she loves you, and how is she annoying you now?
If somebody constantly.
I mean, what it sounds like to me is...
Constantly.
Well, first of all, you said you're not into the girl, so what does it matter? You said you're not into the girl.
I'm not talking about my baby mother. I'm talking about men in general, the male-female relationship in general. Now,
what? I don't understand. Wait, what is the point of a female sweating you, a girl you don't want?
Have you ever had a girl sweat you?
Oh, my girls sweat me. Look
to the point where it becomes annoying, that you get tired of it.
Listen. How do you have a booty call that is sweating you when you don't call her? I don't understand what you're talking about. I just answered you. Listen, I answered you. You weren't even fucking listening. Listen. How can you have a girl sweating you if you don't pick up the phone, you don't call her? That's a booty call. What are you talking about, sweating you?
I said, have you ever had a girl who was so deeply infatuated with you to the point where it became annoying, where you wanted to cut off, you wanted to just...
Why would I put myself in a position with a girl I don't want to be with, just like you don't want to be with a girl you're with? Why would I be stuck around with her? Why would I live with her? Why would you do that to yourself?
Have you ever fucked to the point where you were bored, that you had so much sex that you really didn't feel like it anymore?
You're fucking girls you don't want. It's like saying, if I haven't had sex in a year and I fuck a fat chick, it'd feel great for the first, 30 minutes and then I'm done. Do I want to keep fucking her after that? No! She's a fatty.
Wait a minute. Why does she have to be a fat chick? Just any chick. I mean, she could
Any
be,
chick I'm not into. An ugly chick, a chick I don't want to be with. I just want to fucking fuck her, you know?
You saying that you won't at some point get bored of fucking over and over and over again, that you just
if you're not interested in the chick, of course you're not. You just told me you're not fucking interested in these chicks. They're just a piece of ass.
Okay, tell me something. If you ate apple pie and apple pie was your favorite food,
okay, listen. You know what?
You eat it every fucking day. Don't you get tired of that shit?
Listen, I've had a breath of oxygen. I've had a breath of oxygen every day of my life, and I'm still not tired of oxygen because it's a necessity. I've had Captain Crunch. I got sick of Captain Crunch because it's not a necessity. It tastes like sugary shit now when I eat it. I have flashbacks about Captain Crunch. I hate that shit. But oxygen, I'm breathing it right now. I did it yesterday. I did it when I was born, and I still do it because I like it. It's a necessity. I don't get tired of necessities. I don't get tired of that's like saying, well, I have a bro. Well, at some point, I just need to get rid of my bro because we're having a good relationship. I just need to get rid of him. That's bullshit.
Are you aware of the individual named Nikola Tesla? Are you aware of that individual as well?
Listen.
Are you? Yes or no, man?
Yes, I can. Yes, I am. But look it. You're rambling. You're not making good points.
Really?
It's a waste of time. I'm ready to rest.
Waste of time.
I'm ready to rest.
Okay.
I'm ready to tap.
All right. Tap out.
I tap out.
Tap out. The debate is over.
I tap out. I tap. Let's go to the audience.
Tap out.
I made my case.
I'm about to tap out.
I made my case. I'm going to say, listen. I'm going to give you the last word. I'm going to say my last argument, then we're going to go to the audience. Listen. I believe you're insane, and it's partly to do with a MGTOW philosophy that just doesn't teach you how to form relationships properly. You don't even know how to talk to me properly. You just ramble nonsense. You think I'm interested in it. You can't even get to the heart of the debate. I mean, I'm trying to corral you so we can talk about the contention, and it's taken us an hour to get nowhere. So it's pointless. You're not qualified to debate because you don't even know what you believe and why you believe it. I'm trying to get a straight answer out of you about your females to prove a point, and you can't even give me a straight answer. You keep giving me roundabout answers. So I just gave up. I'm like, this is just bullshit. You're trying to con me, and I'm not buying the con. I give people straight answers. I expect straight answers in return. If you don't want to give me straight answers, you're wasting my fucking time. You're wasting the audience's fucking time. That's why I don't want to waste more than an hour on this. I tap out. I believe I have stated my case. I believe I've stated my case effectively enough that people will side with my intelligent, rational arguments versus your nonsensical, rambling arguments. You go ahead. I'm going to give you the last word. Go ahead. You sum up. Go ahead.
You can post this, right, on your YouTube channel, right?
Listen, make your closing argument. You go ahead. You make your closing statements. We're going to post this after. You go ahead.
Sure. I ain't really got much of a closing statement, but I just wanted to ask, you are going to post this on your YouTube channel, right? Mm-hmm. Where this could be linked.
Yes.
And other individuals could listen in and everything like that, and type in and give their feedback. Mm-hmm. Are you yes or no?
Yes. Thumbs up. Yes. I'm thumbs upping you. Yes.
Oh, okay. I got your ass pushed. You know what it is? I got your ass pushed all the way to the side, and I'm looking at this.
That's why I told you to push gallery view. Click on
the dude with the glasses. Is he an Indian fella? I don't know. It's just
look. Okay, you made your close. Let's go to the audience. Let's just get audience reaction from it. Okay.
I wanted to hear what he had to say.
Okay, we'll get to him. Victim, go ahead.
Yeah. Josh, when you first came on, I thought you sounded really cool. Like, you were talking like a cool dude and stuff. I was like, I'd like to hang out with this guy. But when it came to actually getting to the argument, it was like listening to a woman talk. I mean, it's like, get to the point, and you're like, oh, I don't want to get this. I wanted to just talk about this for a little bit more first. Talk about some other irrelevant nonsense. And he kept saying, get to the point, don't ramble, don't give us your life history, and he just wouldn't get to the point. And so when I'm listening to this, I'm finding myself distracted. I'm thinking, why am I doing this? I'm doing stuff on my browser next to the window. I mean, I wanted to be at a live debate, but this one was boring. And
okay,
okay, so we can't hang out and be friends.
Okay, hold on. We're hearing from the audience right now. Go ahead, Flappy.
It's just like Professor said. He wanted you to answer a particular point, and you never did. You kept bouncing around to different issues, so we never got to go in depth to any one particular idea or issue. So it's
professor provided specific details and you didn't. You kept bouncing around, so I don't really know what you think.
All right, let's let an audience define that. You know what I'm saying? Not this.
This is the audience, not this audience. Okay, well, everybody else. 18, go ahead.
Alright, I agree with Victim. In the beginning, I thought you were a really cool guy. I was really into whatever you were saying. And then in the beginning, it was kind of like you guys were just jerking each other off. Like, you weren't even getting to the debate. So that started getting frustrating. Eventually, you got to the contention. And that's when it started, and I got really into it. And I just started feeling so fucking frustrated when Professor would ask you a question, and you would say...
DBE, can you mute so we can fucking hear the audience?
What? Oh, okay. When you would say yes, but da-da-da-da-da, and it's just fucking answer the question, then let Professor explain why he asked you that question. Let him explain it. But we couldn't even get to the point. And I relate to this point because I've been through the same thing. My brother has been through the same thing, so this is so important for me to listen to. I wanted to see that go play through, like, well. I wanted to see you answer it directly, and then Professor explain why he was asking those questions. So that part drove me crazy. After that, the debate just went to shit. It was completely, to me, it was completely pointless after that.
Okay, Frodo?
Okay, I thought that this was barely a debate because, is his name Victim? Yeah,
No, Josh.
Josh, he was just evasive about, and it's just like gets down to the point where MGTOW is just like social justice warrior bullshit, and he doesn't get what this is. He just doesn't get what it is. So, and after that debate, if he still doesn't get it, he never will probably.
Okay, thank you for your vague critique. Oreo, go.
First got into it, I thought you were going to get to the debate quickly because you seemed like a good contender. You seemed like you had different arguments in your head. But it took you, I looked at the clock, it took you 1 hour and 6 minutes to get to the actual debate. Then the debate lasted for like 3 minutes. That whole time, that whole hour, you were giving me your whole life story, which I didn't care about, went over my head about your baby mom or whatever. The professor was trying to get to your contention over and over, like 25 times, and you kept beating around the bush this whole time. It's like, you don't even know how to debate. You need to learn how to debate before you actually debate somebody. So that's what I thought.
Okay, Jeebus?
Okay. Listening to this guy is so, it gave me such a headache. This guy, like, every answer he tried to give you was just a story. Like, you asked him for a specific answer, and he goes back to some irrelevant thing that has nothing to do with it, and at the end, after talking for like 10 minutes, he finally gets to what he's talking about, and it shouldn't have taken that long. That's all I have to say.
Okay, let's see here. Wino, go ahead.
Fuck, dude, I'm in the same boat. It took this guy so fucking long to get what he wanted to say. And he was giving so, like, evasive answers to your questions. He wasn't being direct with his fucking answers. I mean, when you asked him, like, did you really love this girl? Or did you not? He was like, well, you know, things happen. What the fuck is it? Why can't you give a straight answer? Why can't you say, look, I liked the girl in the beginning because I thought she had a nice ass, but no, I've never wanted to be with her. I mean, look, I'm not saying that it's wrong for you to do that. If you want to fuck other bitches, that's fine. If you want to fuck other girls when you're with the chick, that's cool. Like, I'm not gonna tell you not to do it, but admit it. What the fuck's the point of you trying to save face by saying, yeah, man, well, you know, I don't know. It just makes you look like a bitch. Just be straight up with your answers. You're telling us that, let's see what the audience is gonna hear. The audience on YouTube is gonna hear the same shit we're hearing. You rambling for an hour, not addressing professor's questions directly. That's what we're gonna hear. You don't realize that you are the problem why your girl left you in the fucking first place. You are the problem why a lot of women act the same way they act today. Because you lack the balls to be direct.
Okay, powerful. DBE?
I knew this guy was full of shit as soon as he started talking. Because he's very, like, ballsy on the surface. But then I started noticing he uses words like, these individuals. He struck me as, like, a guy that's trying to sound educated while trying to be ballsy at the same time. And it's like, when a guy's like, on the surface...
Can you mute Wino's mic?
Yeah. Like, on the surface, Josh, you look like a ballsy guy, but you're trying to come across, like, so erudite. You're basically trying to cover your own ass. It's like a contradiction. And this was especially apparent when a professor would say, do you love this girl? Do you love this girl? Or were you just fucking her and you wanted a good time? It's like, and you just get that and you say, well, I tell you what, man. You know how it is, man? I fell out of love with this girl. It's like, yes or no. It's a simple question. You can't even give him a straight fucking answer to a simple question. And you want to talk about, like, wisdom and experience. If you're so wise, give a straight fucking answer. How about that for wisdom? That's my wisdom. That's my reaction.
Okay. Trailer Trash.
So yeah, initially when I heard you talk, I'm like, oh wow, you sound like you have a cool attitude. All right, let's do this. Let's debate. I'm like, okay, this guy has a good attitude. He's here to, debate some points, find out, and get to the truth. But then later on, first of all, you never got to your debate. Initially, like, oh, I like what you guys are doing. I don't have a problem. And the professor had to drag out the debate. Like, what is your contention? And then it sounded like you were going to explain your contention, but you didn't. You went on you started rambling. You went on into stories about your baby mama, which I don't care about. Nobody cares about it. If it was related to the debate, I would have. But you never got to the point, and you were going off on these tangents. It shows me that you don't know how to socialize. You don't realize that people don't care about irrelevant things if it doesn't concern to the debate. And it makes me think in MGTOW, people don't hold each other accountable. Here, when I blabber, people tell me, hey, what does it got to do? Explain yourself. Or pay attention. It seems like MGTOW, they're so clueless, do whatever you want. No wonder, you're just like doing whatever you want. And then on top of it, you want to think you're smart. You're like, oh yeah, man, society is full of you. You want to sound philosophical, but you're rambling. So it's like you tell me, wow, MGTOW is crazy. It's like a bunch of chicks empowering each other. Sure, you're thinking, wow, man, we are like empowering, but you're not doing anything. So yeah, you are like women. And that's why it's very frustrating to hear you as a guy go on talking like a woman. And so, I think you should join this academy so people can hold you accountable and you can stop having problems with baby mamas because, if people help you make sense and you learn how to communicate and build relationships, you won't keep having to tell stories of baby mamas, which are pointless. So, I think you should enroll.
Wow.
I work for president.
Look, as terrible as this debate was, as I would characterize it, your comment alone, Trailer Trash, was the shining star of this debate. That was so lucid, so comprehensive, so well put. I was shocked myself that you said it. I was stunned while I was listening to it. It was such a beautiful, succinct, wrapped up point, and it encapsulated exactly what I was thinking about the MGTOWs. They are just like this guy, very crazy, very oblivious to their own behavior. It's the philosophy of the MGTOWs. So I think you just encapsulated it perfectly. I'm stunned by your commentary, and this is why I'm pissed off when you underperform in class, because you demonstrated you have the capacity to really either make or break a conversation, a relationship, and your comment demonstrated that perfectly.
Thank you. I hope it moves some MGTOWs.
It moved me. Hopefully it moves some MGTOWs. Feelings. I think you should put that on a CD and send it to the MGTOWs. Maybe we'll just isolate that clip. I think I am. It was such a beautiful point. I think I'm just going to take that clip and make it into its own video. It's so beautiful. I will. Don't worry. Well, I'll make it into its own personal clip. Feelings.
I missed the debate. I came in right when Trailer.
Okay, give a comment about the room color or something you want to talk about.
Well, this is what I can comment on. Just from Trailer Trash's comment, it made me think that it was an interesting debate.
Oh, you thought wrong. DBE, go. You already went. Thoughts? Did you listen?
Yeah, from what I'm understanding, I think I did hear the whole debate. I came in the last 15 minutes. And my first reaction is, I thought he was a cool guy, man. He's like this and that, man. I'm so, I thought he would be a cool guy to listen to. But then, as I was listening to him, he was never getting to any point. So it was irritating. It was hella irritating. That's it.
Okay, Cotton Picker. Cotton Picker. Last but not least. Cotton Picker, are you there? Over. He's not there. Cotton Picker, are you going to unmute your mic? Last chance. Did we miss anybody? Raise your hand if we missed anybody. Did we miss anybody? We got everybody? Okay. Thank you guys for another wonderful episode of Manhood Academy Debates. We'll see you next time.
Do you think, boy? Yeah. All the homies that I ain't talked to in a while, I'ma send this one out for y'all, know what I mean? Cause I ain't mad at you. Heard y'all tearing up shit out there, kicking up dust, giving a motherfuck.